Good morning, everyone. I can't believe it's already Friday. Let's look at how memory, past, ignite new faith through Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 3 to 15. I wonder if you have noticed how quickly troubles make us forget how God has helped us in the past. Hard times can make us forget, making us feel alone, unsure if God is still powerful, if God is even with us. So in Habakkuk chapter 3, verse 3 to 15, the prophet does something important. He recalls and remembers. He looks back and tells about God's mighty deeds, how God came from Teman, how the earth shook and waters divided and mountains bowed down because of God's power. Habakkuk remembers and recalls the plagues that saved Israel from Egypt and Pharaoh, and the many miracles that saved God's people again and again, the thunder, the lightning, and God's control over all things because he's all powerful. His words show God as unstoppable, just, loving, and faithful to help those who trust him. Why does Habakkuk take time to remember? Because looking back is sometimes what helps us to move forward. You don't want to be stuck in the past, but you want to remember what God did so you can move forward. When we're scared or full of doubt, thinking about how God helped in the past gives us courage today. Every miracle, every answered prayer, every rescue or gift becomes a building block to up your faith. When things get hard, don't only focus on your problems. It'll surely cause you more stress. No, look back and see the proof of God's hand, his goodness, and his power in your story and in the lives of those before you. Sometimes sadness tricks us into thinking nothing will ever change. The Bible and the history show us that God is a God who acts, God who saves, God who loves, God who moves mountains and parts sea for the people he loves. Your history with God can be your source of hope. You see, Habakkuk's memories bring faith alive, reminding him and us that God will move once again. When you feel stuck, when you're confused, when you're tired, when you're scared, take time to look back and remember the hand of God in your life. Write down how God answered you before. Remember when he gave you peace, provided what you needed, or showed his love just when you needed the most. If you know stories of the Bible heroes or faithful people, think about their moments as well. How David defeated Goliath, how Esther changed history, how regular people like you and me saw God show up when all hope seemed gone. Remembering is not just looking back to feel good, it's a spiritual practice. It pulls you out of your disappointment today, your setback today, and sets your foot on a solid ground of God's character. He hasn't changed, and that's a good thing. The same God who split the Red Sea is with you today. So, my friends, may God open your eyes to see how faithful he has been in your life, past, present, and future. May remembering his mighty acts give you courage for today's struggles to overcome it with confidence. May you find that God who worked in history is working for you now. And may your faith grow as you count these moments, letting God's past work give you hope for the future. So take time in the remaining week to remember. Let God's story give you fresh confidence and new dreams. God is faithful, nigh and always. And may you worship with your community, and as you remember the things that God has done, may that ignite your passion to worship God with even more fervency this week. God bless you. Click that like button so others can find this. Subscribe if you want these videos right away. God bless you and have an amazing, amazing worship with your community this week. God bless you, and I'll see you on Monday.